back because we only have one party, and it's Donald Trump is the ultimate insider and the ultimate bully. When he gets elected, he's going to do what all of those people we work hard to put in office will do. He's going to get what they call marble fever. And he's going to start making deals because that's what he's good at. He's going to start making deals for Supreme Court candidates. He's going to start making deals with the other side of the aisle. And I don't mind bipartisanship, but he is soon going to be sucked into the Borg of Washington, D.C. And he is going to be the French Hill that we chose instead of someone who was a true and proven candidate, conservative who would buck the system. Ted Cruz stood in the Senate chamber and called the head of the majority party, called him a liar. That was not a very tactful thing to do. But it pales in comparison to the lather that Donald Trump seems to be able to produce. He seems to have insulted everyone. Now, we've long known that Hillary is unpopular with Republicans and with Democrats. There's a whole wing of the disaffected wing of the Democrat Party that's not going to vote for Hillary. They're going to stay out of the election because they know she's dishonest, corrupt, and crooked. And she's from a dishonest, crooked, and corrupt marriage. But Ted Cruz showed himself to be the R.D. Hopper of Washington politics. He stood up to him and said, no, don't for a moment believe that Donald Trump is going to be an outsider. He's going to be sucked right into that Borg environment. And he's going to sell out to the insurance companies because he's already got strong ties to them. He will be, if elected president, he will be the second emperor of the United States. He is not someone who bows to the wishes and concerns of other parts of the political spectrum. I'll tell you what he's going to be. He's going to be our second emperor. I don't have to tell you who the first was. After Newt Gingrich, the Republicans have been running scared. They've been afraid to stand up for principle. And that's how we got first rhinos, and then this huge two-thirds center block that spans the aisle in Washington, D.C. and is the establishment. They're working hand in hand to keep themselves in office, and that's what they're concerned about. And Donald Trump is going to know how to manipulate that system. The reason I go to such extreme language to say that we have an imperial system is that there's no longer any political will to stand up to the president. And as a student of classics, I remember our instructors telling us about how Julius Caesar did away with the Senate, and they didn't even know it. They didn't know that they became puppets of the Roman emperor. All it takes for President Obama and for his successor, Donald Trump, to issue his imperial edicts is 1/3 of the Senate that will, it takes more than 1/3 of the Senate. All he needs is 1/3 of the Senate to stand with him, and he can get whatever he wants. The super legislation, the super majority needed to oppose presidential veto is 2/3 of the Senate, 2/3 of the House. But unless you have that, you can rule not as president, not as king, but as emperor, because the U.S. reach is so huge now that the world is our toy. President Obama has issued edicts to various nations throughout the world telling them that they disallowed abortion prohibited abortion, prohibited gay marriages, prohibited the things that we as conservatives stand for, that they would lose their funding. We do not have a president anymore. We have an emperor. And it takes backbone from the conservatives to stand up to this. And Donald Trump knows this very well. In fact, I think it's what called him out of his movie star, celebrity, reality career, because he saw that finally the position of president is no longer a constitutional position, it is an imperial position. So a vote for Donald Trump is another blow to our Constitution. It's another blow to conservatives. He only belatedly said that he was pro-choice. And he only belatedly promised he would appoint conservatives to the bench, to the Supreme Court. Though when pressed on that promise, he said, well, it's just aspirational. Finally, Donald Trump is just another blow to the two-party system that has been already replaced with a one-party board system. So, RD, we love you here. You were our candidate. You were solid. You were conservative. You were going to stand up, and the person you ran against is an example of what Trump's going to do to us. Now try to argue with that.